it's only getting better from here. Hello people, it's Vincent Wolf here. This is the Vincent Wolf Show. Hope everybody had an awesome weekend. Hope everyone saw Captain America 3 because it's #1 movie in the country, second week in a row. Right behind it is Jungle Book, holding strong for 5 weeks. I can't believe it's already been 5 weeks. Next Friday, though, X-Men is coming out. So be sure to check that out. And hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you saw it. Tell me what you think about it. It has been getting mixed reviews. And as you seen in the past couple posts, I've been doing WWE 2K 16, and I want to give you guys my review on it because I think it's really good. So I'm going to give you my review on 2K16. I just want to point out real quick that the game you're watching is Contra on NES. One of my favorite games. I wanted to do No Mercy, but it was not working out for me. Like, none of the rest of the games wanted to work. It worked all the other times, and then this time it just was not working out for me. And a lot of my other data of 2K16 that I rented from Redbox didn't have it had my face in it, so I couldn't post that. And you guys were like, why is the lips not meeting up with the words? Yeah, so so just putting some old school on. Hope you guys like it. So I'm going to give you my review on WWE 2K16. I'm going to give you 4 pros and 4 cons. So let's get started with the cons. Number 1, the AI. Even though you want a challenge, it's almost damn near impossible to win. They reverse every single move you do, and it gets really annoying. Even though there's a reverse bar system where you can have up to 5 reverse bars, depending on how you have your character set up, and they could still revert, it becomes really frustrating. But if you could change the difficulty, even though they'll put on easy, or you can tone down how much reversing you want them to do. They still reverse quite a lot, but you don't want the game to be too easy by taking out the reversals. Number 2, the stamina bar. Sounds like a great idea until you try to do your finisher and you can't do it because you ain't got no stamina. Just like the reverse bar, it refills over time, but it's hard to try and, when you doing your moves and then you finally got your signature move or your finisher and you only have a little bit of stamina, you can't do any moves. Your character will just stand there, leaving you wide open to get RKO'd. Number 3, the creative superstar. Now, I love any game that has a decent creative character mode. This was great in every aspect except when it comes to your face. Like the other games, you were able to scale your face or how you want it to look from the top of your head to the bottom of your jaw and everything in between. Whereas in 2K, you can do something similar. You're able to take each part of your facial features, like your left eyebrow or your right eyeball, and adjust it individually, which sounds great, but there's no number scale, so it looks kind of weird when you're trying to make each eye look the same. You'd be there all day. They should have just kept the same thing, in my opinion. Number 4, creative finisher. The one thing I hate about video games is when they have something that a lot of people like in all the previous games, when it comes down for the next level of game or the next game to come out, they either change it and make it worse, or they don't even bother to even put it in the game, which they did in 2K16. I don't understand why they did this. This is, current gen Xbox One and PS4, and they took away a feature that was in the predecessor systems. So I don't know. That's the only downfall, guy. All right, that's enough bad. Let's go with some good. Number 1. Those who know me know I'm not a huge fan of graphics. All right, graphics I don't really care for. But if the game looks good, I'll admit that it looks really good. It looks really pretty, and it makes you, want to play the game more and see more about it. But the one thing I like is all the little details that they do to each game. Like, for instance, Witcher. you're able to grow your beard out and you got to get a haircut and your hair grows longer. In this game, sweating. I know you're like, what? Yes, your character sweats in the game like in real life. Because in real life you sweat. When you wrestle, you sweat. So why not in a game show your character sweating? That is awesome. There's little details like that. Another little detail that they added with the graphics was that your character's facial expressions. Like if you're getting Irish whip, your eyes will get big because you're getting whipped into something. Or when you talk or scream or whatever, your character's muscles and their face will react to that, which is awesome. I know you're going to say, oh, they had that in all the games. No, not like this. Yeah, they had your face just normal, but it doesn't show actually your face tired from having a long match or in pain or angry because the ref counted, you thought the ref counted 3 and the guy kicks out. Your character will get angry. You see the expression on their face of shock and disbelief. Number 2, little load times, especially during your match when you come out with your entrance. Usually in all the wrestling games, it loads for like everything. You see a lot of loading screens. There's different aspects of the disc that they have to load up. But in this game, when your character comes out, after it does its entrance, it will show like the commentators, it will show the crowd, or it'll show your character, you know, just warming up, and it'll go right into the next intro, just like the real WWE show, which is amazing. Right, little all the time. Even when you're making your character, you know, sometimes when you make a character and you want to, you know, you got to wait 5 to 15 seconds just to look at some pants to load up. You know, now it doesn't. It loads it up instantly. So that's pretty cool. I really like the loading time in this game. Number 3, the wrestling simulation. So WWE games came a long way from arcade style, like WWF In Your House, which is like a fighting arcade game like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, to arcade sim mashup like No Mercy or Here Comes the Pain, where it's more wrestling style but have a simulation aspect to it. And now with the past few past 2K titles, they have been simulation all the way, to the point where you do a little mini game, like a headlock mini game. You know, like when Macho Man has got Hulk Hogan in a headlock, and then Hulk Hogan powers up, he starts hulking up and powers up, and then he reverses it into a body slam. They have a mini game like that in it, which is awesome. And there's more other mini games like that too, with the pins and reversals and stuff like that. It's really, really awesome. So with that said, no, I think that if they just tune that just a little bit more, it will be fantastic. Number 4, the most important part of the game, my career mode. Yes, it's back. If you ever play any of the old WWE games, yeah, there's single player modes where it's back in the day it was like career mode or story mode, where you pick a different era. Like in No Mercy, you went for a title and you played out all the different storylines that they had at that time. This is pretty much like that, but it's different. It's completely different. It's similar, same concept, but different. Whereas you pick your character, you actually, when you start your career mode, you actually have to make your character, your creative character, or you use the creative character that you made from the creative mode. But then you have to redo all the moves, and then you put that character in the game, and you got to start from like tough enough almost, and then you work your way up to NXT, and then you work your way to the big leagues like Raw or SmackDown, and start doing pay-per-views and going for championship titles. And while you're doing that, it's like an RPG aspect where every time you win, you get XP that go towards your abilities or go towards your attributes, which is awesome. So this way you actually make your character grow as you play. And then you have rivalries. You also do interviews. And then as you do interviews, depending on what you say, because you get to pick what you say, depends on what kind of wrestler you're going to be. If you're going to be a face or you're going to be a heel. You know, are you going to be an egotistical maniac, or are you going to be a prideful warrior? You know, that is awesome. They also have some other great single player campaigns like WWE Universe, which is an ongoing season where you just do matches such and such, which is pretty good, but that career mode is where it's at. They also have, you play a Stone Cold storyline, which follows his career from the Attitude Era, which is the best era in wrestling history, in my opinion. And you see all his cinema screens and do all his matches to work his way up to his final match, which is really, really good. So that's my review. I give this game a thumbs up out of 2 thumbs up. The only thing, my problem is that the AI is really hard, makes it really hard, which dubs it down. But if you just change the difficulty to easy or play with the reversal stats on it of how you want the AI to reverse, it's actually a really solid wrestling game. So that's my review. So let's get into some music news. Your boy Drake was on Saturday Night Live doing his thing, and he actually hosted it and performed on it. Me personally, I'm not a big SNL fan, but I watched some of the skits. It was actually pretty funny. So I might check out the whole thing. There's a link below so you can see some of the skits he's did, and you can watch it on Hulu if you want, if you have Hulu. Check it out on Hulu on demand. Show that boy some support. Also in music news, your boy Tip dropped a new single called Dope, which is produced by The Doctor. Now, if you don't know who The Doctor is, that's Dr. Dre. Just in case you wonder. They sampled the hit song from Aaliyah, Rock the Boat, and it's awesome. Check it out. It's in the link below. And he has a new album in the works too. It's coming out called 10 Cent Trap. Dime Trap. Sorry. Dime Trap. I know it's something with 10 cents. Dime Trap. In movie news, Tom Hanks is at it again with the 3rd installment of the Da Vinci Code series called Inferno. Looks really cool, but isn't it like 7 years late? I mean, you know, why they wait so long to make these sequels? Like, if something's popping at the right time, just, you know, bring them out a year apart or 2 years apart. Don't wait 7 whole years. Damn, it's a long ass time. You know what else is a long ass time? Kindergarten Cop 2. How do you bring out Kindergarten Cop 2 26 years later? Starring Dolph Lundgren and Bill Bellamy. I seen the trailer and I was, you know how you laugh at something when something's really corny and stupid? That's the laugh you're gonna get. It went straight to DVD. I don't think it even went to Redbox. That's how bad this movie is. And I'm so upset that Bill Bellamy is a hilarious comedian, and for him to do this, you just, you know, how you go from doing How to Be a Player and How to Be a Player and Players Club to, I don't know. Yeah, Booty Call. He did Booty Call too. So, I don't know. Check it out. The trailer's in the description below. Make sure you check that out. And that's all I got for you guys. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to an episode. I really appreciate it. I want to see you guys next time. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to my brother, Deuce El Toro. He finally watched my show. He really likes it, and that makes me really happy. It means a lot that he watched my show. And it means a lot that each time you guys watch my show, you know, and when new subscribers come. So I want to shout out to all you guys. Shout out to everybody who's been subscribing, hitting that subscribe button, and hitting that like on Facebook if you see it. Thank you guys so much. You can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and here. So thank you guys so much. See you guys next time.